Hi there, today I'm unboxing a Wi-Fi camera. So this particular camera is by a company called ANNKE. It gives a resolution of 1080p, works off a 2.4G Wi-Fi network, and the model is Nova Orion. Let's have a brief look at the packaging. Comes very nicely packaged. And some details on the back here, obviously resolution, shows Wi-Fi, cloud storage, says optional Amazon, Alexa and IFTTT, smart pan and tilt, privacy mask, auto tracking, two-way talk, day and night. Okay, let's open it up and see what we get in the packaging. So it just slides up like so. Get the camera in there. Then you get quick start guide in a number of different languages, which is cool. Just to show, okay. And another box here. Let's see what we get in here. Okay, a power adapter with a USB charging point. That's good. Okay, so we've got a template here for drilling a hole and okay, so I've laid out all the items you get in the packaging. Let me quickly show you each of them one by one. So the actual power adapter, nice solid build to it actually, sort of matte finish on there, and obviously you've got one point on there. Like the fact it's USB, so the fact is if it does go faulty, at least it's simple to replace. In terms of actual power usage, let me see if I can show that. So 5 volts, 2 amps. So that's good. So not very high values on there. So you can pick these adapters up quite easily in most stores. The actual cable, you've got loads of it looks like. And build quality feels good as well. Color matches the camera, obviously white, and lots of cable. That's nice. And again, being USB to micro USB, easy to replace as well if that has an issue. I did have a camera once where the power adapter went and it was a hassle trying to get hold of another adapter. So this is good, they're doing this. Fixtures, straightforward, got 3 raw plugs and 3 screws. Got a ceiling mounting drill template. So if you're gonna mount on a ceiling, for example, you can just stick this on, drill your 3 holes, put the raw plugs in, and then take the actual mounting plate and then put your screws in on the wall, on the ceiling, for example, or even on the wall if you wanted to. Now, different way of mounting this. So if we actually get the camera itself, I can quickly show this. So this is quite nice, the way it's been built. It's kind of different, robotic sort of look to it. Sides, we've got some speakers there and there. Got some rubber tags on the bottom so it avoids it slipping when it's on the floor or on a table, for example. Just stays quite sturdy. In terms of maneuverability, it seems very flexible. Obviously you got 360 view spinning around and up and down as well. So this is quite interesting about this one. So generally when you get these cameras, if I show the back, you got an Ethernet port and you got a micro USB point for powering it. Normally the SD card and the reset buttons are all here on the back, but on this one, which is quite cool I think, it's hidden underneath here, so not obvious. So if I pull that up, open it up, there you go, card slot and a reset button there. So it doesn't come with micro SD card, but I've got one here, so we can put that in right now. Get that out of the way. So let's see which way that goes. That goes this way and clips straight in, and then you can cover it up again and it's out of the way, which is great. Then you got microphones here and infrared lights there. Now the actual bracket itself for mounting, that goes straight underneath, and the way it works you obviously have this installed, and then once you fit it, you just spin the base and then it locks into place, and then the camera's locked like so, and then you can maneuver to the position you want when you're using. So I don't need this, so let me take that off. Let me show you the size of the actual camera. So it's not immensely large in any way. So height wise, we're saying about 11.5 centimeters tall. Width wise, it's around 8.5. And the diameter from the top, let's go this way, you can say about 8.5 there. So nice compact product, and looks pretty cool, I think. Okay, so let's make a start at getting this camera set up. So I've got my Android phone here. Let's go to the Play Store. I want to search for ANNKE Nova. So just there, that's the app. Let's hit install. Needs access to quite a few bits and pieces. Let's accept that. Okay, the app's installed now. Let's click open. Okay, so let me click on new user registration and let me register an account off camera, and we can continue from there. Okay, so I've registered my account, and this is the first thing I'm presented with, and it says, are you sure you want to enable fingerprint login? I'll just say later to that. That's quite a useful functionality to have, but let's carry on. Add a device, so I'll click on the plus. Okay, so it needs to scan in a QR code. So the QR code is just underneath the camera. So before I do that, let me actually plug in the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna scan in the QR code. So it's just here. I'm just gonna do it off camera here. I've scanned in the QR code, and this is what I'm presented with. Now, if I do connect to network, the device is up and running for the first time. Okay, it just wants my Wi-Fi password, so let me do that off camera. Okay, so I've entered in my Wi-Fi password, and it's telling me to adjust phone to high volume, put phone close to camera, send sound wave. Okay, so it's going to send the sound wave over to the camera, and that should help configure it. Okay, so it's nearly there. There you go. Added on. We can click view device. So let's set the time zone. Go for London. And we'll leave as is. I'm going to turn off the free trial of the cloud storage and go straight to view device. And there you go. Added in successfully. Okay, so now the camera's set up. I've repositioned it closer to the window so you can see an outside view. Let's go through the options on the actual app. So if I come out of it completely, go into it, this is what you're presented with. So home, messages, and more. Messages, nothing in there. More general information. So if you've taken a picture, you can see it in my album. Account management. There's the account I've set up. Account security. You can obviously set it up so you can go into the app with your fingerprint, which is really useful. So no messing around with passwords. Settings. So push notifications, notification sounds, save device parameters, auto receive alarm after power up. Okay. About details about the app. Cloud Play. So cost of this, from what I've seen, is $5.99 per month in dollars. Okay, ANNKE store, obviously that will take you to their store if you want to purchase any more products. And that's FAQ, and that's it. Okay, let's go back to home. Let's click on the camera. And there you go. Now, if I turn sideways, let's come in there. Picture quality is very good on there. There's no setting. You can hear an echo. Obviously, the microphone's on at the moment, so you can hear everything. So if I click there, that's stopped now, so you won't hear the echo. So the microphone's in the on position, so any recordings obviously will be including sound, so that's quite useful. Okay, let's flip back to the normal mode and just show what you get on there. So you've got some settings here. So audio on, so I can turn it off, and that's what will disable it permanently, so it won't be recorded. Status light, so you could have that off. Infrared light, you can have that off as well. Alarm notifications is disabled at the moment. You can enable it. Okay, motion detection, leave it at there. Go back, and notification sound mode. Okay, can you change that? Let's see. Okay, let's go back. Time zone, storage status, so it's showing red at the moment, so it needs to be initialized. So I've got a small 2 gig card in there. Let me hit initialize. Must be formatting it just to prepare it for use. Okay, motion detection, obviously that's kicked in. It's probably just seen the clouds moving, so we'll just click the X. So it's good to see that's working. Probably not a good idea to point it out of a window. You get a lot of activity, or just turn it down in terms of sensitivity. Okay, so memory card is ready now. Let's go back. Obviously you've got your cloud storage as well. You can enable that if you want with a free trial. We're not going to enable that one. Okay, so device version there, image encryption is on, and you can change password. Okay, let's go back. And these are the options you get on the actual interface. So I can stop the image running and turn it back on again. Obviously turn the speaker on, you can sort of hear that and the echo there. You could have multiple cameras, so you can add them in here. If I go back, then you can flip the image like so. So if they had the camera installed on the ceiling, then you'd probably want to do that. And you can zoom in. Zoom is okay, nothing amazing, but still nice to have that facility if you want to get in there a bit closer. Okay, if I click there, so I actually took a 360 picture with it, so you can actually have the camera just spinning around the room, taking a picture. Okay, pan and tilt, just to show, pretty responsive. Let's go down. I'll just tap it if I hold on to it. It's a nice sort of joystick control on there. Picture quality is very good on this. Auto tracking. So when enabled, the camera will automatically follow any movement. So that's quite useful. So obviously if you had it in a room, it will just track motion. So pretty cool feature there. Let's go back to pan and tilt and close that out. Okay, then you've got microphone here. So hold to talk, release to listen. Testing, 1, 2, 3. There you go, works really good. Turn that off. Goes into sleep mode. So it sort of stops taking any images. If I click it again, give it a moment, it should come back. Let's try again. There you go. It's coming back now. So there you go, appearing. Button here, if I click there, click it again, takes a snap. You can hit record, you can start recording. Just turn that off. High def. Okay, so here are the different picture settings. So let's go for, oh, another notification. Ultra HD. Okay, now it's on Ultra HD. Let me spin the phone round. Show the picture on that. There you go. Clarity is amazing. Really good. Actually, let's try the zoom with this on. It's not bad. Obviously, I can move about the picture, so that's quite good in terms of clarity. Goes a little bit now. Now I'm closer. And that's quite close in. And there you go, back to normal. So yeah, pretty good. Okay, let's go back to the normal view and no other options on there. Okay, so let's have a look at what appears in the messages here. So this actually shows the motion that's been detected, each alarms that have gone off. So if I click on one of them, that's the time the motion was detected, and you've got a playback option. So if I hit playback, it's just come in there. You can see the motion happening there. That's why it's probably gone off. Now I can also do a snapshot of anything I've found. And what I do like about this functionality, you're not limited to just the micro SD card in there. You can go cloud-based and obviously pay their subscription fee and get it saved to the cloud. So nice bit of functionality there, and it works really well. The fact that you do get the notification come through, and then you can jump in there and have a look at what's happened. Or you could, if I go back, just hit there and I've got a live view. Works really well and performance is quite good. Okay, so the next thing we're going to test out is turning off the Wi-Fi. So if I come here, turn it off, go back up. Let's give it a moment to see if it connects and if it's got cloud-based connectivity. Okay, that looks good. Yep, there you go, working. No ports to open on your router. And if I go there, actually very responsive. So impressed at that. So no ports to open at all on your router and work straight away. Okay, so another thing worth pointing out is the actual alarm notification. So when you have it on, it's actually notifying you 24/7. So what you could do is actually set a schedule to say during a certain period, just notify me during that period. So say you know you're going to be out of the house between 9 and 5 in the day, you could just set your notifications during that period. So you know if there's any activity, you'll know. Otherwise, you don't really want to know when you're home if there's activity. So there you go. Pretty useful functionality there. Okay, so the next thing to show, if we look over here on the camera, you've got a blue status light flashing. That obviously gives the indication that the camera's on. Now, if you wanted to turn that off, generally on these sort of cameras, you can't do that. But interestingly enough, if I go to the app and go to settings, we actually have two interesting options here. Status light, if I click over on that, that's off now, as you can see. And if I click there, it should turn on in a moment. There you go, on now. Now the other one is IR light, so that's the infrared light. So when it's dark, the infrared will kick in and it will let you see in the night. But if you had the camera pointing to a window, the problem you'd see is when the infrared lights come on, they'll reflect back onto the actual camera and you wouldn't be able to see out of the window. Now this is quite good functionality. So as soon as you turn it off, you have it placed near a window, you can still see outside. So nice bit of functionality there. This is how smart it is. There you go. It's seeing movement and it's starting to follow. Pretty cool functionality. So having the pan and tilt. Okay, so you've seen the unboxing, a setup of this Wi-Fi camera by ANNKE. This is a Nova Orion. Build quality of the camera is pretty cool. I like the fact that the actual micro SD card is hidden here and it's not obvious that it's actually doing recording internally on there. It's got facility of obviously recording on the device and cloud storage, but on the cloud storage side of things, you're going to have to pay for that. In terms of powering device, it's nice. It's got actually USB to micro USB charging cable. So if anything actually ever happened to this, simple to replace. Usability wise, very simple to use. The app itself is quite comprehensive, no real complications or any sort of dramas using that. In terms of picture quality, excellent, really good picture quality. And again, cloud-based login, so no need to open any ports on your router to be able to access this outside of your property on either someone else's Wi-Fi or your own data connection. So really pleased with this and impressed of the functionality. So there you go. Hope it's helped anyone thinking of purchasing this. Details are in the description below. Thanks for viewing and don't forget to like and subscribe.